Hello friends, welcome back again. So in this tutorial we are going to discuss about the pointers and what is important of pointers in the any language or in C language. Okay, so pointer are variables that contain the addresses of other variables. So why it is important? Sometimes we require the addresses as well as the values, so it plays a both role. It contains the values as well as the address of the other variables. So it is important to know when you are creating some data structure like linked list or some other, so you should know about the other variable address so that you can reach to out and find out the values. So pointer has two nature. First is store the addresses, another is that it can find out the value with the help of address. So it can store the address, but can it also find out the value with the help of address. Okay, so this is the pointer definition, and let's start how we have to do this. First of all, just watch the syntax what on your screen. Syntax int asterisk pt. So whenever you want to declare pointer, first of all you have to give the declaration. You have to define the data type, what type of pointers you are going to use. So I give int and then asterisk pt. It's a pointer, integer type pointer. Okay, so another how you can store the addresses of other variables. This is defined in the second line, that is highlighted by the color, so you can see that here. Okay, so let's move on our IDE. Okay, we all are in our IDE, so we can you can see on your screen that we have a hash include void main. So how we have to use the pointers? So first of all we declare asterisk a variable a, the another is pointer pt. Okay, or we can use some different manner. I using three variables. Okay, so I will do the sum, and what are the sum stored in the C variable, and the address of C variable will be stored into the pointer. So this way I can do this practical right now. So here is pointer, you can give any name, pt, p, l, z, whatever name you want to give, you can give here. Okay, so printf value here. I use /n here. So we use scanf. So scanf, then we use %d. So two values we use 2%d, and it allocate to a, comma and b. So this is scanf. My pointer pt will store the address of C. So I will do in advance, because I never want that it will store after the summation, so it will not give me this true values, because it will be work in a sequential manner. So we have to define like that. So right now I declare here that pt will store the address of C. So it will store the address of C, whatever the value it is has contained or not contained, so it will store the address here. Okay, so I press printf. I will show you the address here. Address of C is %d. So I will show you the address in the integer value, so it give you a number. If you want to the hexadecimal, you can use %x. If you want to define the float, so you can do %f. So this is your choice. Okay, so where my address store inside the pt. Okay, so again C is equal to a plus b. Okay, a plus b. So right now again I use printf address of C, again I want to press, so you able to understand after the input the value and before the input the value, the address is totally same, it will not change. Again address of C is %d and the value is %d. So we know the address stored in PT and sum is stored in C. So this is our complete of this is the completion of a program. So you can see here, so here we declare the pointer, you can see we can declare the pointer. Here we give the instructions that the address of C will be stored in the pointer. So here I display the address in the integer in the numeric value. So we will add the submission and store into the C, and we will enter the address again and the value whatever inside the C. So or we can use so PT give us a address. If I use asterisk PT, so it will provide me address. So right now I am not use C, I access the value with the help of pointer and access the address with the help of pointer. So we will store the addresses, we will store the submission of two variable in the C, but we will not call for the display, because for the display we use pointers. So for using this you are able to understand that how the pointer works and how we can access the data as well as the address or memory. Okay, so we will run again, we run here, let's start. Okay, so to value 20 plus 30, you can see the address of C. I will show you. Address of C is 27392080. Again the address of C is is the same, but we are able to view the half 2739280 here, and the value is 50. So we can access the address as well as the value. So we can do with the help of pointer. Okay, so I rerun again, I make the little bit modification. So I use /n here. So I not use here and I use /n here. Okay, I made a little bit changes so that we can able to view data better in a better way. So I run again, I rerun again. Okay, so here is 10 22. So address of C is 273920. This is the first one. We doesn't have addition in the C, in the variable C. We doesn't have the submission of two variable A and B into the C variable. So address is 273920, same. Again when we add the values, when we store the addition of two variable into C, then the address is also same and the value is 32. So this way you can use the pointers, is very important. It play the two roles, it store the data as well as it store the address, and it will display the value within that address. Okay, so I hope you will understand. Thanks for watching this.